Today we're hauling a brand new Komatsu PC210 Excavator. Hey everyone, Cliff here with Hamilton Transportation. We are headed over to the Keene Yard again this morning. We're picking up a PC210 Excavator. I'm going to try to maybe be a little sneaky this morning, use some strategery to try to get the camera somewhere where maybe they won't say anything about it and I can get some footage of loading that. So hopefully that works and I'll be able to show you guys loading that excavator, chaining it down. And then I will talk to you after. So I'm about to head over and get checked in, and I will see you on the road after that. Alright, we are all loaded up. Didn't take as long this week. So last week it took us about 2 hours to get loaded. Today it was probably an hour and 15 minutes, so that's much better. Got it washed. So now we're headed over to the Flying J. We're going to run it across the cat scale and see what our weights are, so we can pull the rest of our permits, and then we will head out and head towards South Carolina. weighing in at 96,240. So that puts us just under 50,000 pounds that the excavator weighs. So gross of 96,240. The excavator is 10 feet 5 inches wide. I think it's about 11 feet high. I mean, it's not real high. So now we will get on the road, get as far as we can today. It's probably going to be Mooresville, North Carolina again. That seems to be where we end up every time we run down that way. So we'll see what happens. Give you guys a little walk around of what we're hauling today. So this is a Komatsu PC210. It's a medium-sized excavator. So the weight on this as it sits is just under 50,000 pounds. Is 10 feet 5 inches wide. Hey guys, I'm here in Newmarket, Virginia. I just got out to check the load, make sure everything, all the chains are tight. I was looking at this boom back here. So there's a cross member there. I'll show you from the back. It had about 3 inches of clearance in between it and that cross member. Well, I got out and looked down here. It's still clearing, but it's real close. So I think we're gonna grab a block. I'm gonna put a block under the boom right there. Climb up in here and start it up and raise that boom. And we should pull the exhaust cover off before we do that. Don't let me forget to put that back on. Excavators, they always have a safety switch over here. You gotta throw that up before you can do anything with it. So that should give us plenty of clearance. Now we'll just slide those underneath. Oh, that should work. And we'll set this back down. There we got it on our blocks there. So that'll hold the blocks tight. Now we just gotta get those chains tight again. Okay, now you can see we have plenty of clearance.
324. We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, roger. What's our vector, Victor?
underneath that. So there's usually always something that needs adjusted after you leave. Stuff with attachments, you know, just bouncing around. Things change, get loose. Got to adjust them and keep rolling. All right, you guys almost let me forget to put that exhaust cover back on. Better climb up and do that or I'll lose it. So the reason they want you to run these exhaust covers is because wind will actually come in the exhaust and go down into the engine. These engines are turbocharged, so when it gets into the engine, it'll actually spin the turbo, and without the engine running, there's no oil getting to the turbo to lubricate the bearings. So over the course of, you know, 600, 800 miles or however far you're hauling it, the wind getting in there and dust and rain and everything, it's really not good for them. You can destroy a turbo that way. So I try to run those exhaust covers just you know, they're not that expensive. They're like $25 to buy one of them. Some guys use duct tape and just tape over it. But I figure $25 expense keeps the customer happy and keeps the equipment from getting damaged. All right, let's get some more miles done. All right, guys, made it down here to North Carolina, Mooresville, the hotel for the night. So I think I'll head over to the gym. There's a gym right down the road here. I'm gonna take my little, I have a little electric scooter I use to get around when I'm on the road. So I keep my little sleeper there, and that way I can scoot over and go to the gym or go get some food or something. So I'm gonna go over to the gym, and then I will settle in for the night. We'll be up in the morning. I believe sunrise is about 7:30, so I'll hit the road again then, get down to Columbia and get delivered. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is sunrise in Mooresville, North Carolina. So we are going to jump in the truck and get down to Columbia, South Carolina to get delivered this morning. So let's go. So we have about 130 miles down to Columbia. Going to a dealer down there. Get the excavator delivered, and then we were able to grab another load coming back up to Charlotte. So that's a forklift. So I can't remember the brand of it, but it's a pretty big forklift. It's 54,000 pounds. That's what they have it listed at. So we will pick that up and then run it back up here, and maybe we can get that delivered today, and then we just have to find a load home, if we can ever get out of the hotel. Nobody wants to give a trucker a little room. Everybody's in a hurry. Now this is the fun one. I had a guy pull right into the turn lane right in front of me last time, much like this guy's doing. he's at least going to give me a little room so I can get out. So we have to head south down 77. We're going to hit 485 around Charlotte, and then we're right back onto 77, and that'll take us down to Columbia. So we're actually going that way. And then I'll have to look at my, well, I don't know if we even got our South Carolina permit yet. So we went on the website yesterday. I say we, my wife Jen, she does all the permits. Went on the website yesterday to pull the permit for South Carolina, and they have like 2 categories of loads. It's either road machinery or other. So, and in the road machinery category, they have a bunch of different types of equipment. They have bulldozers, you know, all kinds of stuff. But the one thing they don't have is an excavator. So she put it as other, and then yesterday afternoon they finally got back to us and said, hey, you should have put this as road machinery. So she changed that, but they still haven't gotten our permit back to us. So I hope that doesn't hold us up at the state line in South Carolina. And then that forklift load is also going to have to be permitted. So we're gonna have to pull another South Carolina permit. Hopefully that one goes a little better. But we'll see. These states don't seem to get in a hurry when they're giving out permits. I thought I had remembered from a previous load that there's a curfew around Charlotte between 7 and 9. So we were looking yesterday to try to find it. I thought it would be on our permit that we got. There's nothing on there. So then we found a website that did say there was a permit, but you know, then you're just taking a website's word for it. So we ended up calling the permit office, and of course they didn't know. Why would they know if there's a curfew? You know, they're the ones that give out the permits. So we ended up calling a local heavy haul company near Charlotte and asking them, he said he doesn't know about any curfew. They run oversized stuff all the time around Charlotte. So I figured that was good enough for me. The guy does it all the time. He should know what he's talking about. So that's what we went with. Hopefully we don't get down here on 485 and get pulled over. Some cops saying, why are you on the loop, you know, between 7 and 9. I don't think it'll be a problem. Alright guys, we made it here to South Carolina. Unfortunately, we don't have our permit yet, so I'm sitting at the Welcome Center here at the state line. I don't know. We applied for this permit yesterday morning. They screwed around all day, and then yesterday afternoon they emailed and said it was the wrong type. So we went back in and fixed that and sent it back, and we haven't heard anything from them. Jen called them this morning, and they said, yeah, we have a lot we're looking at, so we'll get to it. So, well, it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. We've been waiting on this permit for, you know, almost 24 hours now. So as soon as we get it, then we can hit the road again and get down to Columbia and get this delivered. But until then, I guess we sit and wait. Hey everybody, just wanted to give a little update on this permit. So, sat here for about an hour. Jen had called earlier, and this woman was rude to her and wouldn't even look at it. So, waited an hour, so I called, and I got another person on the phone, Haley. She was very nice at the South Carolina Permit Department. She looked at it and said, yeah, I'll have it out to you in a few minutes. So, it is less than 5 minutes after my phone call. It was processed, we paid for it, and now we have the permit. So I don't know what is going on in the South Carolina permit office, but this is just a routine permit. It's less than 11 feet, less than 100,000 pounds. There should be no reason why it takes over a day to get a permit. But we have it now, so let's get the rest of this run done and get this excavator delivered. We're here. Let's go get this thing unloaded. Alright guys, let's see if we can get this thing unloaded.
Been on a couple of them zero-turn Komatsu, them something is bad.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like them old Lee Bears I used to run with about 5 liters.
You got 6 or 7, and there's old graders you get in, and it's like the whole front of it's nothing but levers. You're like, I don't know how to do any of this.
Put the pedals where you bucket. Like,
yeah. See if we can run this thing off of here. So excavators, you have this controls your boom. So this is down and up, and then side to side is to curl your bucket. And then, oh, here we go. We're going to break off the angle here. I never took my exhaust cover off. I'm gonna go grab that. I'll be back. Yeah, I just saw it up there. All right. I got my exhaust cover off to finish doing this. So this guy in the truck next to me, he seems to feel entitled to just walk all over my trailer, put shit away. So I don't know. I guess it's all right. It's not gonna hurt anything. I think he just likes to look at what other people have. So anyway, that one's up, down, and curling your bucket. On this side, you can stick out and in, so that controls the joint up at the end of the main boom there. And then if you go left and right, that's what spins the cab. And then you have your pedals, that'll control your forward movement. And there should be a throttle around here. Here we go. Track out here a little bit. Spin it. I don't know if I'm going to clear his truck there. So we'll start moving this way. Now I think we're clear. This dude is like cleaning my trailer up for me. I don't know why. Spin around. And then we'll set the stick down. Right. So here you go. There's a little ride in an excavator. Alright guys, got that one delivered. There she sits. So, I am on to the next one, and I will see you guys in the next video.